right, everyone. Welcome to Kagandahang Taglay Podcast. I am very honored today to interview a very loving Reiki Master teacher and also a mother. Kaya may hint na kayo kung saan iikot ang aming podcast episode ngayon. So, without further ado, let me call RMT Darlene. Hi, Tita Darlene.
Hello, Bri. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Kagandahang Taglay. Taglay. Siyempre, ng ating si Teacher Eden. Maraming salamat for
Opo.
having me here.
Thank you, Teacher Darlene, for being here with me. So, first, pwede niyo po bang ipakilala ang inyong sarili right now?
Yun, salamat. And congratulations, Bri, for this podcast that alam ko na maraming makakatuloy dito. Katulad ng ating serbisyo, ako rin po ay isang teacher. Teacher by heart, pero ako po ay registered nurse din. So, nag-start tayong magturo sa mga bata before pa ako graduate ng college. Hindi ko alam kung bakit doon ako napupunta. Pero tourism kasi yung first course ko. So, nung nakapagtrabaho na, nagkaroon na ng mga anak, pamilya, siyempre, mas tinunan yung pangangailangan ng pamilya. Kaya nagtrabaho sa corporate for 15 years, sa pharmaceutical company. And doon din ako nag-registered nurse, going into healing. Doon ako nagsimula. I am uh, a single mom for 8 years na yata. Pero malalaki ng aking mga anak. Meron na rin tatlong aking anak. May dalawa na rin akong apo. And nandito na ngayon para magkaroon ng hindi naman parang para ko sa tingin ko sa journey ng buhay ko ngayon, it's about sharing and it's about giving na.
Wow, Tita Darlene. So, alam niyo po, quick backstory lang. Si Tita Darlene, na-meet ko siya through Reiki. And sabi ko, mapaka-loving naman ng energy ni Tita Darlene. Feel na feel mo, no? Tapos, ang alam ko, meron din siyang school for children with special needs. So, aside from that, marami din siyang mga sideline na ginagawa. But mainly, it's about sharing the healing to others. So, Tita Darlene, before tayo pumunta doon sa nag-healing kayo, ano yung naging journey niyo? Paano po kayo nag-start?
Ah, Marami. Siyempre sa buhay, ganyan. Na from from a very parang corporate kasi ako galing. So medyo high-end yung yung naging buhay noon. So tapos rin yung personality ko rin kasi medyo rin ako strict at saka confident, very confident. Um May nagkaroon ako ng mga tower moments. Tower moments such as mga, yun nga yung sa buhay mag-asawa, nagkaroon ng problema, yung ganyan. And actually, simula naman nag-asawa ako, nape-perceive mo na yan, mararamdaman mo na. Pero kasi siyempre, you want to always be at the best para sa family mo, bring out the best. Kaya bilang Pilipino, bilang isang nanay, gusto mo maayos pa rin yung pamilya. But then, siyempre, aabot talaga sa tower moment in which you will realize na 'pag hindi na talaga para sa'yo at hindi na mangyayari, ay hindi na mangyayari, gano'n. So, yun yung pinakaano ko, yun yung dun ako nanggaling, to get to regain the confidence in me, to know myself more as a spiritual person. Hindi na lang ng material, hindi lang din sa title ko na bilang nanay o bilang isang corporate na na may posisyon, ganyan. So dumaan ako sa mga pag-aaral tungkol sa sarili. Sa sarili ko natuklasan sa pag-aaral na yon, journey yon ng knowing yourself more. Marami akong dinaanan in terms of parang I went into theta first, theta healing. Yun nag-open up sa akin ng healing modalities na may kapasidad pala ako na mag-heal ng ibang tao at hindi lang sa akin. At meron pa palang maliban sa physical na katawan ko, emotional at mental, meron pa palang talagang spiritual. Although I grew up in a Catholic in this religion that we have. Kaya yung acknowledgement that we are one with our spirit is hindi ganun kaagad ka-establish. So, doon ako doon ko nasimulan na i-acknowledge na meron ganong aspect ng buhay, ng buong katauhan mo. And then, I went into community ng mga spiritual workers, spiritual healers. We went into plant medicine. Then finally, may mga activities. And then that is when I met Teacher Aisa. Teacher Aisa, who is our Reiki master teacher, who really helped me and guide me until now to be of service in the Reiki community. So, yun yung mga, at I'm not saying that we are na in this Reiki community ay sort of healed. No. Tuloy-tuloy siya. Tuloy-tuloy siya na tayo ay nagjo-journey, tayo ay naghi-heal. But then, ang kagandahan nito, lumabas na ako to sa drama. Sa drama moment na yun. Kasi siyempre, pag nandun ka pa lang dun sa part na kawawa ka, ikaw ay inaapi, yung victimhood, yung pakiramdam mo ay ikaw na parang the world is against you. Lalabas ka doon sa drama na yun. Malalaman mo na hindi naman pala ganun siya. Malalaman mo na ikaw pala ay laging nagagabayan. Ikaw na pala ay laging nasusuportahan at natutulungan. At ang pinaparealize sa'yo yung strength na meron ka sa kalooban mo. Bilang isang nanay, bilang isang tao. Hindi lang pala yung title ng pagiging nanay, pagiging corporate, pagiging teacher ang meron. Actually, mas meron ka pa is yung light within you. Yun yung mas tumitindi at araw-araw habang ako ay naglilingkod, habang ako ay nagpa-practice, mas nakikilala ko at mas nai-strengthen ko yung katawan, yung pansarili ko. Nag-i-improve yung relationship ko sa pamilya.
Wow, that's so beautiful, Tita Darlene. As I listen to you, I can sense yung pag-bloom ng eyes mo nung nahanap mo yung sarili mo, yung pagsaserve sa family. So, Tita Darlene, I'm curious, gaano kahalaga sa isang tao na makilala nila yung sarili nila and ma-realize nila na meron pala silang light, no? Para makaalis sila dun sa victimhood or drama na na-mention mo kanina.
Halaga yun. Kasi doon nanggagaling yung lakas mo eh. Doon din, pag nakilala mo ang sarili mo at nalaman mo yung totoong lakas mo, labas doon sa title mo, nahuhubaran pati yung limitasyon mo. Like halimbawa, sample na lang, kinikilala ko yung sarili ko bilang isang nanay. So, should I be always an authoritarian nanay? Should I be a lenient nanay? Yung ganon. Depende yan kung paano ka pinalaki. So, meron ka pa rin bahid nung history, yung experience mo kung paano ka pinalaki, relationship mo sa mga magulang mo, na nadadala mo yon pag ikaw ay ganap ka ng isang magulang. Tapos, meron ding sariling limitasyon yon. Meron ding mga negative o positive na dinadala mo sa pagiging magulang mo. At hindi masama yun. Ang kagandahan lang, pag nakilala mo yung sarili mo at nakilala mo yung kalakasan mo, nai-improve mo yung positive na namana mong pamamaraan ng pagpapalaki sa mga anak, sa mga magulang mo. At na aalis mo o na-change mo yung negative na namana mo naman to mas improved yung pagpapalaki mo. Ngayon, sa pagpapalaki, kala mo lang ikaw yung nagpapalaki sa mga anak mo. Hindi pala. Ikaw rin pala ay lumalaki. What I mean by saying lumalaki is nagpo-progress ka rin bilang isang tao. So, ang journey ng isang pagiging magulang ay it's like sort of a giving and receiving. Kasi in different stages ng pagiging magulang. Mula pag-conceive mo ng baby at pag-aanak mo at pagpapalaki sa kanila. may iba't ibang lesson yun. So it's not always you giving, it is you have to acknowledge that you are also receiving the lessons, receiving the the blessings of yung paano yung isang bata ay nagiging isang tao sa harapan mo at lumalaking tulad.
That is so beautiful and I can resonate with that, Tita Darlene, kasi ako may isa akong daughter and I realize nga na hindi lang pala ako yung nagbibigay, ako rin yung nabibigyan. But it takes a lot of awareness to realize that para hindi ka laging nasa gigil mo na gusto mo kasi maging maayos ang iyong aral. But sometimes, yung pamamaraan nga natin could be different according sa situation. Parang dance, yung minimension mo kanina. And as a parent, tingin ko mahalaga yung may tao na-acknowledge. Tingin niyo po, may parang nag-coach, may nagsasabi, nag-affirm, experiences. Sometimes it can be lonely. I'm lucky I have my in-laws who are very supportive. Pero I do believe there are also nanay out there na they don't have this kind of so, Tita Darlene, sa journey mo ba as a mother and as an energy, gaano kahalaga may community for you?
Yung question ko po is about, ako, ang swerte ko kasi yung pamilyang napuntahan ko, very supportive ang in-laws. I have people around me who can help me raise my child. And of course, I also ask for divine's guidance. Paano palakihin yung anak ko? But I also know that there are also women out there, mothers, na walang community. Wala silang someone na mapupuntahan to ask questions or to maybe check with themselves kung ano na nga bang nangyayari sa kanila. So for you, Tita Darlene, gaano kahalaga yung community sa tingin mo in not only raising a child but also raising mothers or parents sa journey ng pinili nilang, life to have a family?
Totoo ka dyan, I just want to share lang yung nangyari sa akin. Since I'm the eldest So ang personality ko is really I can do this, kaya ko to, ako lang, ganyan. So when I had my first child, actually nasa abroad ang parents ko. So they're not here physically. Pero sabi ko, sige, support na lang kayo financially, ganyan. Okay lang ako, kaya ko to. Ganyan. Kaya ko to. Kaya namin to. My mom has always been there. Alam ko kahit wala siya physically, pero emotionally, she's been trying to communicate. My dad also, trying to communicate, give me any parang advice. Kaya when they give advice, I shun, parang ayoko. Ganun. Parang, let me do this. Ganyan ako. Ganyan yung personality. Firstly, siguro, bilang isang tao, you have to acknowledge also that you need help. Yes, it is good if you can do it on your own, acknowledge to know yourself, your strength, to know your weaknesses. But you have to also know if need mo na ng help. Because asking for help will open the doors for yung sinasabi mong community. Actually, pinaka-immediate mong community dyan is your parents. Yung mga kamag-anak mo, tiyahin mo, kung meron kang eldest na katanda sa'yo, and actually, pinaka-immediate mo rin is yung kapitbahay mo. Yun din. Yun yung una mong gagawin. Yun yung unang community na tutulong sa'yo. Ang nangyayari lang, why you also seek others' opinions and help is because on your own, nakikita mo na merong kulang o kaya meron hindi pa rin napupunan o meron ka pa rin mga tanong sa mind mo, sa isip mo, sa puso mo na habang nagpo-progress yung pagiging magulang mo, ang yung pagkatao mo, meron pang mga kailangan mo pang malaman pa. So that is when you also seek yung school kung saan nag-aaral yung mga anak mo. Mga parents doon, yung mga guru doon. Yun yung sumusunod na nagtuturo. And of course, the church where you belong, kung saan ka because it's always been a spiritual journey. Wherever you are, it will be a spiritual journey. So, yun yun. Yun yung mga community na pwede mong pagtanungan. And the good thing here now that we have social media is to all use social media positively. So, yun, reach out to think who do you think aligns to you, who you think you will help you. Yun din. Babalik lang ako doon sa pagpapatibay ng paano mo kinikilala yung sarili mo. So, pagkilala mo sa sarili mo, marirealize mo rin boundaries mo. Kung sino yung pwede mong papasukin sa buhay mo, kung sino yung pwede mong tanungin. So, yung discernment, pati discernment na yon, malalaman mo na kung sinong community o sinong tao yung ask mo ng help. But first, acknowledge that you also need help first.
Yes, I love that. You need to acknowledge that you need help. And I can resonate dun sa panganay syndrome. Kasi panganay din ako, no? It's hard to, sometimes reach out and to really admit that we need help. But, with humility and with guidance, asking help can open so many doors. And like you, Tita, na-meet kita. I'm very happy to meet you because kayo po, si Teacher Aiza, si Nanay Mina, yung mother-in-law ko, and other spiritual teachers na aligned sa akin, they guide me to become a better person. And as a better mother din. And going back doon, Tita, sa sabi mo, self-awareness, no? So, yung self-awareness din, Tita, sa experience ko, it also happens when we make room for ourselves. No, when we also take care of ourselves. Because, nung unang arangkada talaga ng motherhood ko, parang feeling ko wala akong time sa sarili ko. Charis, puro lang sa anak, yung ganon. But then I also realized, may mga tao palang pwedeng mag-help sa akin. And I can make space for that. Or probably siguro grace. Hindi nga lang ganon yung the way I picture it always. Pero may space siya, may grace. And, Tita Darlene, you as a parent, no, na gumabay sa mga anak mo, not just one, tatlo. Tatlong anak, no? Yung parang advice or tips na maibibigay mo doon sa mga parents out there para matutunan yung dance, yung sinasabi mo, yung giving and receiving?
Marami yan actually. Pero I just came into my mind. I realized kasi my daughter is also a parent now. And syempre, yung sharing ko sa kanya, ganyan. Syempre, sasabihan ko siya yung mga ganyan. Tapos sasabihin niya, Mama, parang parang kasi yung wisdom na nasi-share mo, na-reach mo na yan kasi napagdaanan mo na to. Napagdaanan mo itong sinisimulan niya, na pagkakaroon ng toddler at saka ng baby, at saka yung pagpapalaki ng business nila, yung mga ganyan. Yung ganyan. Nadaanan mo na to. How about let me also pagdaanan ko lang muna to. And to experience it on my own. Pero huwag kang mawawala, Mama. Huwag kang mawawala. Kasi kailangan kita. Pero let me experience it so that I'll be katulad mo, maging best person din para sa mga anak.
Right.
So, siguro kung ma-advise ko is, let your children be children. Let your adolescent child be adolescent. Ganyan. Experience nyo lang. Pero wag kayong mawawala. Be the guide, not the molder. Kasi maaari yung anak nyo ay hindi circle, hindi siya square, hindi rin siya star. Baka iba yung kanyang shape. And it be very nice shape. Diba? Yun. They just allow them to explore that part. And just be the guide. Para yung part na yon, pag na-acknowledge mo rin yon, nag-a-align yung energy ninyo. You will know when she needs you, and she will ask help, or that child will ask help, na hindi siya parang baka isipin ni mama ganito ako, isipin ni ganito ako, yung ganyan. Pag nag-i-ask ako ng help. O kaya pag nagkamali ako, baka isipin nila, ang poor ko, ang bad ko. No. Nag-a-align yung energy nyo, so you will allow, you will acknowledge yung mga strengths and weaknesses niya, ng anak mo, and then hayaan mo siyang mag-grow. Pag nag-align na yung mga energies nyo, you will have a harmonious life, at ikaw bilang isang parent, hindi ka rin stress. Hindi ka rin stress kasi may tiwala ka sa sarili mo, sa anak. May tiwala ka na kung ano man ang nangyayari sa kanya, may Diyos sa taas at ikaw na gumagabay sa kanya. At yung anak mo, magiging mas matibay. At mas magiging better parent than you to sa magiging mga anak niya.
Wow! Alam mo, tita, parang naiiyak ako ng very, very late kanina. When you mentioned, let them be children and let them just be, ano man shape sila. Kasi parang, it gives freedom sa bata, but it also gives freedom sa mother. Because sometimes the society thinks na ang mother dapat, eto dapat, you be like this. And, when you say those words, it strikes so many chords sa heart ko right now. And I felt that, to be the guide, not to be yung magcha-champion. They can be their own champion ng kanilang life. And speaking of this, Tita Darlene, I know meron kang program, no, about parents, about mothers, no. Can you share to us a little bit about this program? Because I'm very excited, or I'm very, curious. How can I be a guide and not be the champion, and just let my child be the champion of kanyang sariling buhay? In a way na hindi naman kami nawawala, pero andun kami. Pero tingin ko it takes so much, surrendering. And right now, feeling ko yung control, the need for control is telling me, talaga ba? Kaya mo yan? But Tita Darlene, I'm curious about it. Ang dami kong nasabi, pero I'm genuinely curious about your program, Tita. Can you share to us a little bit more about it?
Alam mo, Glee, thank you so much for this opportunity. Part of this program, sabi ko, ilo-launch ko siya through Facebook, Facebook live. Pero I didn't know that ito pala yung magiging launch ko when you asked me to guest in your podcast. This is the first time that I'm going to share it publicly. Thank you so much. So it's called Courageous Care Coaching, and it is about you as a parent empowering yourself so you can be a better parent for your child. So initially, it's since sabi mo nga, I'm exposed to special children with special needs, and special needs family, kasi they are different from iba yung pangangailangan nila, iba rin yung kanilang nangyayari sa dynamic sa family, sa bahay nila, sa family. But then looking at it, hindi naman pala lahat pala tayo gano'n, nangangailangan, kasi hindi naman lahat tayo, we have to strengthen our inner core. And when you strengthen your inner core, there are a lot of realizations in yourself na eto pala yung kalakasan ko. Kaya ko pala 'tong gawin. Kaya ko palang maging mas pasensyosa. Kaya ko palang i-fill up muna yung glass ko before ko 'to i-share sa iba. And yung pala, ito yung pinakamatindi, hindi pala nauubos yung puwede kong i-share. Tuloy-tuloy pala, may fountain pala ng love na 'pag i-acknowledge mo siya, tuloy-tuloy lang siya na magfo-flow. So, yun yung program. It's for you to acknowledge who you truly are as a parent, as a person. Be a better person so that yung mga anak, yung relationship ninyo sa loob ng bahay will be harmonious. So there are a lot of components in the program actually. It has parang yung self-awareness so that you can develop that self-compassion. It will increase as the program progress. You will have definitely a reduced stress and may improve your overall well-being. Kasi the program does not only have coaching, it has coaching definitely, it has energy healing, which is acupuncture or acupressure, whichever you are ready of. You will also break free from your self-doubt and to embrace the confident parent or the confident person who you truly are. It will empower you to prioritize self-care. And self-care is not selfishness. Self-care is you loving yourself first and being compassionate on yourself. So that aside from being a parent, yung personal growth mo, vis-a-vis, kaya mo siya i-balance. Kaya mong gawin na, kaya ko pa palang gawin itong mga bagay na dati ko nagagawa. And lastly, it will enhance communication sa mga inyong sa pamilya and deeper ang magiging connection mo with the family. Iyon.
Wow, OMG, ngayon pa lang naririnig ko. Sabi ko, wow, sobrang heavenly pakinggan ito as a parent, no? To have those tools, parang jump pack. Hindi lang siya about coaching. It's also about, you know, looking at our energies and how we can be a better person to have a better life with our family. Wow, Tita Darlene. Curious ako, may date ba yan? May, or ano yan? Or parang personal? Parang pwedeng mag-book anytime.
Yes, you can reach me anytime. I have a Facebook page which is called Archangel Raphael Healing House. So you can reach out to me and syempre we'll do some interviews. Yung first consultation, everything will be free. And since it's just a launching project, very affordable po. I don't want you to be stressed out I want you to parang ano mo muna, discover mo na yourself. And katulad ng ginagawa ni Teacher Glee, tayo may mga pabaong mga stress management tools everyday niyong gagawin para makapacitar ano din po tayo, train po tayo. So, magagamit niyo yun at may tuturo niyo rin yun sa mga sa pamilya niyo para magamit niyo yun. So, launching here is actually ngayong April. It's my birthday month. So, I made it a point na ilabas natin siya ngayong April. So, you just reach out to me in Archangel Raphael Healing House Facebook page.
Yay! And eto ha, I can attest to that. I've been sharing capacitor tools for thousands of individuals in the past 7 years. And sabi ng mga parents nila, parang mas bumait sila. O, di ba? Bongga. At saka parang mas bumait din daw yung mga anak nila because everything is energy. So, yung anak natin minsan, they mirror the energy. And talagang sabi ko, wow, kung maraming people pa ang makakaalam nito, I'm excited for your coaching, tita, for your program, for the parents, and for the energy healing. May ano pa ha, may mga acupressure, acupuncture. Di ba, pak talaga siya.
So, kahit na hindi face-to-face, pero pwede ko kayong turuan ng acupressure points and what essential oils na pwede nyo magamit para doon. Yun. So, it's not just emotional and mental, pati physical health nyo mag-i-improve.
Oh, exciting! Sobrang excited talaga ako for you, Tita Darlene, sa yung program. I hope you guys check it out. So, I will link it down sa ating, description box. And I think to end this this interview, hindi nga pala siya short one or mahigit na. This interview, Tita Darlene, ano yung one thing na gusto mong i-share sa mga taong makakapanood nito, makakarinig nito?
You are a child of God. Everyone is. You deserve to be happy, to be healthy, to be joyful. soon. Yun lang.
Wow. Always remember, everyone, God loves you. And this is our end for this podcast interview. I hope this is not the last. So, thank you so much, Reiki Master Teacher Darlene. I bow to you. Namaste, everyone.
Thank you, Teacher